Hi, it's Teacher Lisa. I want to take you through my latest playground. It is a playground tutorial. I use this with my students. I also have it set up as a playground story of my own. And one thing I want you to notice from the start, it doesn't matter what view your student is in. They will begin with that red sticky note that says start here, and they can see to click on the I button. And this will really just from the beginning help them to navigate from what I call bird's eye view or my eye view. So they learn from the start just changing the view. From there, they will learn to navigate, moving and turning left or right and walking forwards and backwards. Notice that throughout this space, I have included Chinese translations that your students may also find helpful depending on, who your students are, but I have English here as well. So there are tasks built throughout the room. So once they learn just how to change their view and to move a little bit, the task is to follow this path in this room, which will help them to practice their navigating skills a little bit before they're ready to move on into the next section here of changing the avatar. There are instructions on how to change the avatar. And as you will see in the sticky note number 2, I also suggest that they change their view so they can see their avatar and then click the I button again to return to my eye view when finished. And I think this is an easier view for them to continue into the next space. I have arrows leading into the next area. And in this section, they will learn how to drag images, resize, and rotate the images as well. So in this task, they're really just taking these images and dragging them, changing the size of them, or even rotating them if they'd like onto the page. Whoops, there we go. So they are practicing those skills here. They are introduced to action zones, and I have the action zones already activated throughout, so I can just move through a little bit quicker. But there is an explanation that the action zones turn green when the answer is correct. And then, of course, ready to move on and learn how to jump. So there are a couple obstacles to jump over before we navigate and work our way to a set of stairs. Lots of practice jumping up the stairs. In this particular room, I have some different objects that they will move. They can even rotate and decorate this space however they like. So as you can see, different objects to maneuver. I also have some images that they can drag and move around, even, of course, change the size of too. So they can have fun decorating this space before they move on into the next section. Here I talk about images and how you are able to walk through images, unless of course there is a wall. So again, practicing a little bit more with navigating. Before students learn about reaction props, and if there is not an action zone, they can click to open and click to close. I have a small task of looking inside of the box to see what was inside. Again, I have the action zone completed. There was a rocket ship inside that will open this door to where students learn about the pen tool and how to draw, how to change colors, how to erase, and they can practice drawing a picture, coloring a picture, and then it is also explained in this area on how to create a sticky note. So adding a sticky note, how to type inside, how to choose the color, and even how to edit as well. The task in this room is to create a green sticky note that says space. Once the students do this, this gate will open, leading into the building zone. So here is where they learn how to add blocks, delete blocks, and they can really just use this space to build away and practice adding and deleting blocks of their own. When they're ready to move on from this portion, I have a section on sound. And I explain how images and sticky notes may contain sound, but it really depends on how the teacher has made the playground. I do have currently this white sticky note and the image with the click in the hand that will have sound attached so they can try it out. And then this area, some of the images have sound, some of the sticky notes have sound, and it's really just the student can go through an experiment and see what has sound attached. There are different sentences throughout. This last zone talks about objects and how they can add their own objects into the space. Or if they're using playground stories, they can add objects into that area as well. They can add story tools. I do mention that either their teacher needs to give them some gems, or I talk about too how they can receive gems by entering their email if they are doing a playground story, for example. This section is really to practice some of the skills they have already learned. So they will write their name. They will change their avatar to look like this avatar. And then they will create a sticky note naming the avatar. There is an action zone here of spelling stars. So they will unscramble those letters and look at the picture to spell star. This is a fun place of moving the objects around so that the room to the left looks like these pictures. So there's a sofa, and lamps, some table, chairs, and so forth. And they will rearrange these items and place them within the space. I do want to point out that there is another action zone that's hidden behind these objects of where they will drag the items into the armoire. Again, I already have it completed for you to save some time. When students have finished this space, they're ready to move into the final area. And like I mentioned, I had this set up as a playground story for my students. And when they enter into the space, they receive the congratulations screen. So you can use it for that too if you'd like, just to congratulate them for a job well done. I hope you have enjoyed looking through this playground, and I've had fun creating it and putting all the features together that students need in order to navigate and use all the functions that are within the playground. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.